Peace and prosperity. I am sorry I took so long for my Instagrammers who were watching me live, and I was like, I'm about to go live right now. Go subscribe. Some of y'all was like, wait, where you at? Yeah, I got a little distracted. Um, so I'm here now, and the topic of this video is going to be about Simone and her rant, um, her little rant. I don't know what to call it, but I'm gonna call it a rant. Um, I think everybody has the right to their opinion. I think everybody, I respect everybody's voice. I think your voice is of value, and I think everybody should share their voice. And I think if more people were to sit in a room and have an open conversation about their values and what they value, then, it would create a lot more stability, security, and structure as far as how we relate to one another and move about in the world, because there's a lot of people who are scared to say what they want to say, what they really feel, and it's not creating any change. So I just want to start off by saying I respect people who have a voice and who speak their voice, no matter what it is that's coming out of your mouth, right? Because when you speak, then it stimulates something in me, makes me want to speak. And then it might stimulate in something in somebody else, makes them want to speak. So now we're getting somewhere. Now we're learning, right? Now we're growing together. We're growing with each other. I don't get on here and talk and all of this stuff so I can be a preacher at church and get you to follow my word and my doctrine. I don't believe in that. I don't think that is righteous or balanced. I think that people will always learn from the way you are being, who you are being in the world, and people will always learn from your actions and how you treat yourself and how you treat other people. That's what people are learning from. Ultimately, they are learning from your frequency, not what's actually coming out of your mouth. So with that being said, peace, Redbird. Blessings. How are you? Halito. Greetings. Yeah, see, somebody else came in. Anyway, so yeah, this video is gonna be about why do Black women feel, and not just Black women, but I'm gonna start with Black women, because I'm gonna be honest. I set an intention the beginning of this month. I said I'm gonna do collaborations with people that I know, that come to me, that pop up, that spirit tells me to reach out to. I'm gonna reach out to these people to do collaborations with them, because I know that I want to grow my business. I know I want to grow my brand. I know that I want to expand. I know that I want to be seen for my intelligence and what transformations I can bring to people in their own journey. So I was like, I'm going to do some collaborations. And out of all the people I reached out to, I didn't get any Black women who actually follow through with the collaboration. And that might just be something, I don't know, that I just had to learn in this phase of my business and my life. But I reached out to a lot of people, and there was one woman. She was a white woman. She is a white woman. I don't even want to call her white, honestly, but she is not Afro-Indigenous, right? She is a white woman. She was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's collaborate. Let's get on it. Let's put it out there. I didn't get any jealous vibes. I didn't get any competitive vibes. I didn't get any of that. And you know what? In just that first week of me working with her, I made money. I made a lot of money. Okay? I made a little sack of money just from me working with her for a week. Like, it was just the energy. It wasn't even like, oh, she got me some money. Like, no, we're collaborating. I'm working with, I have my audience. She has her audience. Mind you, it wasn't that many people, right? We have fairly small audiences. But we're collaborating. We're choosing to have a symbiotic, mutually beneficial, loving relationship with each other. And just from that, she made some money and I made some money. We prosperous out here just off of that frequency. For every other woman that I reached out to, okay, which they were all melanated. She was the only one that wasn't melanated. They were all melanated. And when I tell you none of them worked out, like it was like either something really petty that ended up coming up. It was like some jealous vibes started coming up. It was like some projections started coming up, and they didn't want to do it. They were like, yeah, I don't want to do it. I don't want to collaborate with you. I don't care. I'm not trying to help you make money. I'm not trying to make no money. That's not what came out of their mouth. But that was their vibe, you know? And so, disclaimer, I love my sisters. I love women who look like me, who are vibing like me, okay? I also love people who are just vibing like me, period. And they're on that frequency of love, okay? Ew. I don't like your name. Gotta block you. So anyway, um, that's what ended up happening. And I was like, why? Like, all I wanted to do was grow with you guys. But, I'm not mad. The universe has its own plan. And I do believe that we repel those who are not in alignment with our journey and our mission. But I brought that up to say it really just seems like Black women have a serious problem with other Black women. And it's weird. It's weird. Like, it's weird. But it's not that way in of course in the grand scheme of things. It's just this way in retrospect to women actually getting ahead, right? So anytime a woman gets ahead, it always has to do with, her expanding, whether it be in her personal life, her professional life, and her looks, her health, right? So anytime a woman starts to excel, a Black woman, Afro-Indigenous woman starts to excel in her looks, her health, her love life, or her business, her finances, it starts to, and it's not even the material, like it don't even have to materialize yet. Like, it could just be in the phase of materializing. And you just shifting your energy. You just shifting and changing your energy. And Black women will pop up out of the woodworks to tell you can't do it, to put you down, to tell you that you have to think like this, you have to do this. And if you were to think in any other kind of way, oh, who do you think you are? Why do you think you're worthy of something like that? Why do you think you're worthy of a man who's gonna love you and kiss the ground you walk on and cook a breakfast for you, and you don't even know how to cook, and buy you a house? You don't even have enough money to buy a house, but he gonna buy you a house. He gonna buy you a car. He gonna take care of you. He's gonna take care of y'all children. He's gonna get you working out, get your body right. He gon' he gon' you how dare you think that you can have something like that without being of equal value? Okay? That has come up. I didn't even have to watch B Simone video to know that black women feel this way about other black women. I didn't have to watch that video. Just a vibe. It's just a vibe that we like. I'm not gonna say we, but it's just a vibe that they have. Like, and I when I get into the depths of it, when I really meditate on it, I can see and understand why, right? So that's why I made this video, because I need y'all to really understand where this is coming from. Like, the roots of this energy, so we can go ahead and chop it up, make some soup, turn it into something that is actually nutritious for our lifestyle and growth. Because that video that she did that went viral, I don't think that's beneficial. I don't think it's helping anyone. I think it's just perpetuating this same ideal that black women are not worthy of whatever it is that they can dream of, whatever it is that they can visually want in their life. And a lot of people came into my Instagram post. If you didn't see my Instagram post, you can go to my Instagram page, where I basically say how her entire message was based on this admiration of physical things, right? Physical things that we attain. So basically, as a woman, right, you are a spiritual being. You're yin energy. Masculine energy is physical. That's yang energy, is extroverted, and women are introverted. Which means when you're telling a woman that she has to prove her worth by doing and having action steps, and having that's extroverted, by having and doing and achieving, you're telling her that she doesn't have a right to be a woman. That's what you're telling her. You're telling her, for her to be worthy, she's got to take on the role of a man. And these people, they're not very they're not very smart, so they don't understand what they're saying when they say these things. They think that they're just telling you that you need to be equally yoked. All I'm saying is, you gotta just be equal to what you want to have. You just have to be what you want to have. And what I'm saying is, when you understand the principles and energetic dynamics of feminine and masculine energy, you know, and you see that is a skewed mindset, because feminine energy doesn't need to have or do or prove anything to be worthy of something. All she has to do is feel. All she has to do is feel. She's got to feel it. She has to feel it, right? So, some of y'all maybe haven't even seen B Simone's video. If you haven't seen the video, go watch the video. I guess I could play it. I don't know. I don't know if I want to hear the video again, but yeah, I guess I can play it. let me see. No, I'm not gonna play it. I don't feel like hearing that all over again. But you can go watch it on your own time, independently. Book of Rhymes says, hating on the glow. Redbird 101 says, I believe that too. Yeah, so feminine energy and being in your feminine is all about feeling, okay? When you feel good about yourself as a woman, when you feel sexy, when you feel beautiful, when you feel worthy, when you feel abundant, when you feel prosperous, that's all you need. That's all you need. All you need is the feeling. You don't need to actually have it materialized, because that's the masculine aspect of it. Once it's materialized, that means you've been feeling that way you've held that vibration consistently, and now it's materialized, right? But that doesn't involve any effort. That doesn't involve any standard, or you should be doing it like this or you should be doing it like that. All that involves is a feeling, right? So I use the movie I Am Pretty as an example to this, what I'm saying. And if you haven't seen that video, it's pretty much about a girl who was overweight her whole life. She was like nerdy, she wore glasses. She was um she was just one of, she was one of those people that people look at and say, oh, she's ugly, oh, she's fat, oh, she's out of shape, oh, you know she's not worthy of she's not worthy, basically. And in that movie, she ended up feeling that way about herself. It wasn't an actual thing she really believed about herself, but because of society standards and the way people were projecting onto her, she believed that she was ugly. She believed that she wasn't, attractive. She was like not worth getting a promotion at her job. She just believed all of these lack things about herself. So people treated her bad. People call her ugly, you know, and because of that, she had really low self-esteem. Now, this is what happened. This is the gag. She fell one day off of an exercise bike, I think. Yeah, that's how it hit her head, and she woke up and she felt good. Like her whole entire frequency shifted. She felt good about herself. She felt like nobody could tell her anything about how amazing she was. Like people would like look at her and be like, who does she think she is? But because she felt so good about herself, none of it mattered. She was getting the promotions. She was attracting a whole bunch of guys. She attracted this millionaire who was like super handsome, and she still looked the same. She looked the same. She was still, the same person, but her frequency shifted. And she felt so good about herself. Nobody could tell her anything, and she was just attracting everything she wanted. And so this is the dichotomy of why what she's saying it's not beneficial. And this is what women should be being told, right? This is what women should be being fed. Not that they need to amount themselves to some standard so they could be equal to a man. That's on some feminist-ish, right? That's the, masculinas wanting us to merge with their struggles, right? Because they feel like they have to do all of this extra stuff to be worthy. But really that's not true. Um okay, y'all, I'm gonna have to leave in a little bit, but um yeah, this is this is why her message is skewed. Um and a lot of people don't understand why this is not a message that should be being broadcasted and amened by all of the emasculated men of the world and masculine women of the world, because it's creating more of the energetic imbalance between masculine and feminine. It's the reason and the cause for relationships issues. Point blank period. Like, you're listening to someone, who has relationship who I mean, I'm not gonna say she has relationship issues because I don't know her life, right? But what I'm saying is, who are you talking to? Like, who is your message really for? And is this something that you should even be speaking on? Because I'm gonna say it again, like I said in my Instagram video, you know, I speak to women on a day-to-day basis. I'm doing lightning self-love coaching calls with women almost every day. Almost every day. And I hear how these women feel about themselves. I hear what's going on. I even have done coaching sessions with men, right? And I see the different facets of a man's perspective. And I've even gotten to a point where I can sense when a man is balanced in his feminine energy and when he's not. I can sense when a woman is balanced in her feminine energy. Did I say balance? I meant balanced in his masculine energy, right? Balance with the feminine and masculine. So basically I can sense the imbalance at this point because I do this for a living. I've made this my calling. I need some water, y'all. Oh, I need some water. Okay, I'm gonna end this video in a little bit because I forgot to bring water up here in my throat. It's like, give me some water. But yes, I do this. I do this. I does this. And you would think that the mainstream opinion of people who actually do this would be valued more than what's trending and what people just agree with because that's what feels good to them. But yeah, it's like don't be coming in my inbox, in my DMs, talking about, because I've had men try to check me and tell me what I should and should not be teaching. And I've had women do the same thing, right? Why do you feel like you have that kind of authority, like, to just do stuff like that, right? Especially when you haven't obviously done your proper background check and research on yours truly, and seen that, first of all, I have a bachelor's in behavior. I've literally studied psychology and all the ologies for 4 years straight. I'm certified in soul medicine. That means I understand the facets of the soul in a spiritual context. I'm a certified peer counselor, okay? I know how to counsel people. I know what's going on with people emotionally. And I'm an esoteric astrologer and experienced oracle reader for over 6 years. And I'm only 25 years old. But y'all still want to come in my inbox and on my comments and be ignorant. Like, I'm not intelligent. Like, I am one of the most intelligent women on the planet. I know this. And I'm only going to be even more intelligent by the time I'm, 50, 60. People going to be coming, bringing flowers to my throne, bringing offerings to me, because I'm saving all of y'all out here. I had to use my mental powers to just save the whole thing. Everybody, right? So why are y'all coming in my DMs or my comments without being intelligent enough to say, "Oh, you know what? I don't think she just speaking from opinion. I don't think she just speaking because she wanna, like B Simone did. I don't think she's doing that. I think she's actually sat with this information for long periods of time, done a collective analysis of statistics of what goes on in relationships between Afro-Indigenous, Black women, Black men. She's actually meditated on this. And not only that, but she has personal experience. She has experience in her dealings in her uh, business, right? Dealing with clients and people. She knows what she's talking about. I'm gonna actually ask her questions instead of tell her what she needs to do and say. But for some reason, like I said, Black women and Black men, they feel like they have a right to do that. So I've been having to check a lot of y'all just briefly. All right, I don't spend too much time on it because it's draining. If I'm sending you more than 1 to 2 to 3 messages, I cut it. I cut it off after that point because I know the people who really want to learn, who really want to be enlightened, because they actually ask me questions, right? It's a balanced conversation. You're not trying to be my mama in the conversation. You're not trying to teach me something, right? Because I'm not out here just trying to teach people something. I'm out here wanting people to ask questions. I need y'all to start asking questions. All right? Don't just be, oh, you should do this. Oh, you should live like this. People don't learn like that. Nobody in the history of any school or and that's why y'all think that's how people learn, because a lot of the school systems is based off of somebody just telling you what something is. Last time I checked, we could ask questions in the classroom, and I was always the number one person with her hand up asking the college professors questions that they would not sometimes not know the answer to. They would be like, that's a good question. I know it's a good question. I'm gonna keep asking them because I know you don't have all the answers, right? So before I keep going on into that energy of the message in the video, the point is the earth feminine is the feminine energy that is being submerged and put down. Basically, there's an energy, there's an entity that does not want the earth feminine to come into her true nature. I'm not lying to you. Okay? Go back thousands and thousands of years. And you will understand. If you went back and you learned everything, you will understand why there has been intentional distortion of feminine energy, and in turn, there has been a distortion of masculine energy. And what people are coming to be enlightened into now is the oneness of those two energies and what that actually means, what that actually looks like, the truth of that. And the truth of that has nothing to do with being equally yoked, with being equal partners, and doing things equally. It doesn't. It involves a respect for our natural energy of feminine and masculine energy. If I am not in my feminine energy, I know that the man next to me, if he has a lot of testosterone, he gonna either get away from me because he know what that's gonna do to him. He knows what that's gonna do to him. He's either gonna get away from me, or I think he's just gonna get away from me. if I have too much masculine, or he's gonna start to feel threatened, like if it's way off, you know. So still, he'll get away from me, right? And if a man is in his feminine energy, right, which is what a lot of y'all are doing, when you come up behind B Simone and repost B Simone posts, you look feminine. You look feminine. Why? Because she's being extra masculine in that video. And you look feminine. You look like you look like the wife who's telling the husband all these different things that he needs to live up to, but not living up to. You look like that person as a man, right? That don't look right. If a man come to me talking about something, and you got to make sure you get this done, you got to make sure you have that done, you got to do this, you got to be equally yoked to me because I'm the man. You got to be equal. Oh my gosh, like that is so unattractive. Like I feel like you're a woman. Like I'm gonna feel like you're gay. I'm gonna feel like you're gay. I am. And that's just the dynamic of it. You know what I'm saying? And the rebuttal to that will be, well, how is it wrong for me to want to hold you accountable? And I'm like, first of all, calm down. First of all, calm down. Okay. What you need to do, because you are holding on to this so strongly, I can already tell that you have some feminine wounding, and you have wounding around your feminine energy. I can already tell from jump, just by you having that kind of attitude. Well, why you gotta be held accountable? You gotta be held accountable. You know, it's like you got some feminine wounding. That's what that is. That's all that is. Because women naturally, it's not in our biological nature to want to be held accountable. For what? What you gonna hold me accountable for? For giving birth? For having children? Because that's the only thing that is our responsibility, is to create life. That's the only responsibility of a woman, is to create life. Period. 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 That's the only responsibility of the divine feminine, is to create life. And based upon what you project onto her and what you feed her and what you are giving, what a feminine woman is receiving, based upon her receivership, that's gonna be what get created. That's gonna be what get created. That's the biology of it. And y'all want to argue with biology. Stop doing that. You want to argue with the nature of my womb. Stop doing that. I'm wired this way. And this is not a skewed wiring. This is a naturalness. This is the earth's frequency. This is the earth. This is what the earth intended me to be like. So that's the only responsibility a woman has, is to create life. And the masculine protects life. The masculine rectifies life. The masculine creates the structure and the grounding for that life to flower and flourish, right? I need you guys to stop attaching yourselves so much to information. Like, detach yourself so that you can receive the truth, the message that's coming through. The masculine energy is very, very, very valuable to the feminine energy. And I think that B. Simone and her, post and everybody, whatever. I think that people are not seeing and understanding how that is so, and how that the masculine being in his sacred energy, being in the sacred masculine is so beneficial to the feminine energy, right? Because it allows feminine energy to be feminine energy. Let me tell you what happens biologically, right? With a woman when she feels like she has to be masculine because the masculinity around her is not up to par. Her literal biochemistry, the biochemistry of her cells begin to change. She gets tougher. She gets more hardened and rough. She starts to get a little bit more, manly. she starts to take on masculinity because she feels like she feels like she has to do it. And this is why this message is not beneficial, because she's promoting women to perpetuate something that was embedded in her genetic history, right? That she hasn't healed, of women having to be manly, having to be like a man, to be of value, to be worthy. This is why the message just doesn't stick. It's not gonna stick. It's not sustainable. So the literal biochemistry of a woman will change from her being around a feminine man. And man's testosterone is also being attacked. I think I did a previous video on that. But men's testosterone levels are dropping. I think from the past 10 years, 20 years, the average level of testosterone in a man was like 500. And that was like the average. Now it's like 300. When really a healthy level is like between 500 and 700 of testosterone. So come on. Like, it's in the food, it's in the lifestyle, it's in the details of how we are treating ourselves, what this is my question to men. What do you have all them muscles for? Why are you so physically equipped? Like, why are you this way? What's the point? What's the point of you being so physically I don't know what the word to say, but what's the point? Literally, why do you have all those muscles if you can't use them? If you can't put in the work, if you can't prove your worthiness of access into the sacred space of a woman. A lot of people don't even feel like women are sacred anymore. Like, they don't feel like women are sacred. Oh, you think you sacred just because you got a vagina? Sorry, guys. But that's like the real way people are feeling and acting. Like, oh, you think you valuable just because you have a vagina? Just because you what? Like, first of all, you because sex in our society has been made out to be this vain, lifeless act that doesn't have to result in procreation, that doesn't have to result in childbirth, that's just merely for, whatever you want it to be for. Literally, just take the child out of the picture. And, you know, of course, you're not going to feel like women are valuable or worthy because, oh, here, I'm going to move the light. There you go. Of course, you're not going to feel like women are valuable and worthy because children are taken out of the picture when it comes to women. And I was just talking about this on Instagram. I did a live Instagram live video about it. How from birth, okay, the child is disconnected from the mother in the way that we see our health and the way that we see our children. Go check out the Instagram live. I did a whole video with a Touchdowns of America talking about, health and wellness and how to be more healthy, consciously aware of our health. Hey, sweetie. So, yeah. Here, lay down. Lay down. So, yeah. So, this is the basis. Okay, I'm gonna move my hair. Sorry. So, yeah, this is the basis of why people are feeling the way they feel, which is very distorted, Like, women are just not seen as what they are because our literal genetic coding is being distorted and transmuted into something that it's not supposed to be. Okay, somebody asked me a question. Keisha asked, how can we as women build our senses to feel out balanced men? You have to become balanced. So you have to become balanced in your masculine energy. You have to become one with your sacred masculine to be balanced. And this will enable you to you'll be able to sense women and men who are imbalanced in their energy, because you're balanced in your energy. So you can sense when something is a little off. You're like, So get in balance with your sacred masculine energy and your feminine energy, divine feminine energy. What does that mean? That means you gotta start sticking up for yourself in a sacred masculine kind of way. A lot of women stick up for themselves, but it ain't sacred. It's not sacred. You fussing and arguing about stuff that don't even matter. That don't be Simone. That's not sacred. She was in her masculine energy, but that's not sacred masculine. What is that? That's that, hood life. That's that ghetto hood masculine, whatever. That's not sacred masculine. So that's what I'm saying. You gotta start learn how to stick up for yourself and be your own superhero. What would If things are happening to you that are causing any imbalances in your masculine chakras, which is the root chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and the throat chakra. Okay? If anybody is trying to mess with your livelihood, even your own self, if you're trying to mess with your livelihood, your security, your foundation, if anybody's trying to go against your family, your truth, you need to tap into your masculine energy, your sacred masculine energy, and move accordingly. It's not something that you exert, it's something that you feel, right? It's something that you feel and you live by. If somebody is trying to exert power over you and or make you feel less than or bully you, you need to tap into your sacred masculine. What would my divine counterpart do? That's what you need to ask. Everybody knows their twin flame. Why? Because you're not separate, you're the same soul. Like, you literally the same being, just different facets. So everybody knows what their twin flame would do. So what would your twin flame do? That's what you need to ask. Whatever he would do that. So yeah, your solar plexus. Somebody try to bully you or overpower you, you need to get in tune with your masculine. If somebody, not throat chakra, if somebody try to take away your voice, tell you can't say nothing, or try to manipulate what you know or the things that you're learning, they try to indoctrinate you with information. They don't want to let you have a say, or that's tap into your sacred masculine. And I talk about this in my book, which I'm going to be releasing in the spring. Okay. No more procrastinating, Asaya. The book is coming out in the spring. All right. Physical copies. The Great Woman Resurrected. I talk about all of this in my book. So yeah. And when you're balanced in all your chakras, in your sacred feminine and your sacred masculine, you can sense when people are in a distorted masculine energy or feminine energy. When you are balanced, you will naturally attract balanced men. True. Well, yeah, I mean, that's true. So the thing about attraction is you attract all kinds of things. Magnetically, you attract all kinds of things. So you can attract, honestly, you can attract anything and be anything. It's all in how you respond to that thing that you attracted. So I would it's more so about your response than it is about what you're attracting. Like, and this is the message that she was promoting. Like, you need to be it if you want it. And I'm here to tell you that this earth that we live on doesn't run off of manifestation like the trends tell you it does. Oh, everything is manifested. Somebody tried to come in my inbox and you can manifest. And if you manifest, you can manifest. And you got to be a Listen. This world is not run off of manifestation. It's run off of creativity and generating energy. We live on a sacral planet. We live on a water planet. Sacral energy. If you know anything about the human design, they talk about it. They say 76% of the world is made up of generators, not manifestors. Manifestors make up 2% for 10% of the world. So that lets you know that it's not about being and talking. It's about creating and knowing how to create and understanding the feminine energy. So it's not about being it, it's about how you respond to it. Because, like I said, we can attract all kinds of things. It's all for our benefit, but it's in how we respond to those things that it will benefit us. Okay, the honest homegirl soon to be right. I'm definitely buying. Yes, girl. I'm coming out with the book very soon. I am not sleeping on this app. Oh gosh, y'all, my battery's on 10%. So if anybody has any questions, I feel like I pretty much said majority of what I wanted to say about the video and how I feel about it, and talking about my Instagram post and what people were saying in rebuttal, and I went through it all. For the most part. Yeah, so if anybody has any questions, book recommendations until yours comes. Well, I read books on occasion, but I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna read a book, it gotta be like a fiction. I read informational books, but like I don't really finish them most of the time. But I've read a lot of books. So a book that I was reading, I'm still reading it. I'm almost done with it. The Power of Emotions by Abram Hicks. You can look into the human design. Human design is good. I took some courses on the human design. Honestly, I don't really know. I don't really read that many books on this topic specifically. Yeah, I think you should just, whatever books come to you, receive it. Receive those books and put the intention out there that you want to attract all the knowledge that you seek, and it'll come to you. Because I write books, but I don't really read them unless they fiction. I like reading stories, love stories specifically. I'm a love story baby. I like love stories. I like watching love movies too. Love TV, love series. If it's a love series, I'm all in it. I'm crying. I'm laughing. I'm all in it. And this is funny. This is the gag though, because I feel like that's a part of my creativity and being able to attract things that I want by watching movies, TV shows, things that make me feel really good about love, about relationships, about myself, like things that make me feel good. But anyway, y'all, my it's about to go dead.